Hello potatoes! Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well. In this video I'm gonna talk about my wishes and hopes for our lovely big three girl groups Twice, Blackpink and Red Velvet. I'm gonna drop my three main hopes or ambitions for each groups, and after that I will be explaining why I come up of that. As a fan, I really want them to come up with something that could make them shine more or show the biggest potential they have. That's why I decided to share with you some things that I personally hope would happen in the future. I hope you enjoy watching. Let's hop into the video. Let's start with Twice. Number 1, I hope Twice would try a bold and fierce concept. We all know that Twice are known for having bright and cute concept. Their music is made to be catchy and entertaining. I honestly enjoy listening to their songs because it gives me the fresh vibes that I always needed, plus their songs aren't boring to listen even after many years. However, even if I enjoy their songs a lot, I still can't help but to wonder what it feels like seeing Twice rocking a different concept. I really wanna see them being mature and fierce, since I think they would also slay on that, or at least try something totally different than what they usually do, and they just go back to their original trademark if they don't feel like doing it again. I really believe that they still have a lot more thing to show to their fans, plus they could find more potential inside them if they would try a different one. Next is to fix their assigned positions. I see a lot of complaint about their positions in the group, and I must say I also can totally relate to that. I hope they would start fixing Twice positions, because it's been many years since they had their debut and each of them already improved a lot or changed in some ways. I just think that some of the positions aren't fit to this particular member anymore, or someone is more worthy than this member. Just like in Momo's case, I think she would be fit in a rap line rather than being in the vocals, and I know you would also agree on that. Same goes with Ji-yo. I still cannot believe that she's not part of the dance line, even though she really has the potential to be one since she improved a lot. In addition, Sana also has the potential to be the lead dancer. That's why I think she could have gotten that position at least. In conclusion, a lot of change already happened. That's why I hope they would start fixing Twice position. Last is that I hope the company would stop forcing them to change their real vocal range. It is actually not a new rant about them, but it still pisses me off how they actually force this particular member into changing her voice just to fit in the song. This one is actually not meant for the whole group, because I can't see any problem with the other members except Momo. I've always been amazed by her natural voice, and I am still wondering up until now on why do they had to change it. A lot of people complain that her singing sucks and company should stop giving her lines for vocals. If you watched her singing videos way back in 16, she naturally has a deep voice that is really different from what she's using now, and I hope the company would start to let her sing comfortably with her natural voice, and maybe in that case her position as vocalist would be given a justice. I personally believe that she could do more, or at least sing great, if she would start singing with her own natural voice. Now let's move on to Red Velvet. As a Revolove, I don't even remember how many times I complained about this topic, and up until now they haven't doing anything to fix this. For some of you guys who don't know, Wendy, Seulgi and Joy are the ones who usually have the most lines, since they are the vocals of the group. On the other hand, Irene and Yuri are the ones who is assigned in rapping. That's why I quite understand why they only got the least lines. However, in my opinion, SM should just at least give them the lines they deserve, not to mention that these two only have less than 14 seconds line in their psycho comeback. As what I do observe, Irene and Yuri improved a lot since their debut in many ways, most especially in their singing skills. That's why I hope SM at least should give justice to their vocals and not sleep on them. While in the center distribution, Wendy and Yuri are usually the ones who always got the least exposure. I hope the company would start being fair to these girls and don't just sleep on them. Number 2, I hope that Red Velvet would be given a new stylist. I am sick and tired of seeing our girls being uncomfortable on what they're wearing, and until now I still don't get it why these people like to give Red Velvet the outfits that is clearly not meant for dancing. Let's take Joy as an example. I don't know why on earth the stylist always gives her a really short dress whenever she's performing that results to her having the need to always pull it down just to protect herself. There is also an incident where Joy struggled walking because of wearing a short dress again and a heels that is way too big for her. Like, why would you let her wear something that doesn't even fit on her in the first place? I could actually do better than these stylists. Kidding aside, I know these people have an eye for fashion, but I just don't get it when Red Velvet wore something that doesn't look fine at all, not to mention the Zimzalabim's outfit. I am just grateful that they still managed to rock with those I don't know what it looks like outfit and gave justice to the song. Down to my last wish or hope for RV is to be more comfortable on the stage. A lot of people actually complain about them being boring and even lacking when performing. I already said this from my past video, but I'm gonna say this again. Red Velvet has the stage presence you all are asking for. Yup, that's it. If you ever watched some of their performances, you can clearly say that they do have it. Just remember when they perform Bad Boy in KCON 2018, people are literally going crazy about them, and take note, Dum Dum and Red Flavor exist. Rather than saying they don't have stage presence, I think asking for them to be more comfortable on the stage is the more accurate one. Don't get me wrong, I love Red Velvet, but sometimes I feel like they are not being comfortable around the stage, and I am not blaming them for that. Most of their performance are awesome, also some of the members actually doing pretty great with owning the stage, but there's few factor I think affects other member that results of them being uncomfortable when performing. One factor that I can say is the outfits thingy I mentioned earlier about Joy. She can't really give her all every time they're performing because of her outfits, plus with the past hates towards Yuri. I feel like Yuri has lost her confidence ever since Nets started to criticize her in almost everything she does, that results to her being uncomfortable through the years. I do really hope that they would own the stage more in their next performances, just like what they are doing in the past, and to be more comfortable on the stage. Last girl group we have is Blackpink. First for Blackpink is that I hope for a new and different concept for them. I know I am not the only one who really want this thing to happen, and I am not sure if this one is going to happen. I can't really say that I am 100% Blink, but I do listen to their songs a lot, because why not? Their songs are really great, and I'll admit that their genre is one of the major reason why I got really hooked to their music. However, I still can't help but to look for a different style whenever I'm listening to their songs, and just like on Twice, I do really wonder what it's going to be if they would actually drop something that's totally different from their girl crush concept these days. Nevertheless, if that thing wouldn't happen, I at least hope that they would release more Pink concepts just like in the past. Still, I think it would be a bop anyways. I actually prefer listening to their Pink concept because I find it more beautiful and meaningful. I know some fans won't agree to this because their past releases is what made them Blackpink, it's their trademark, but yet, I would just love to see a total different concept from them. As far as I know, Blackpink would actually release their full album within the next month, so that means they will have more songs. That's actually one thing that made our 2020 better, and I'm grateful that YG decided to give them what they deserved. However, I still hope that their album would be a bop, which I'm sure it would, and for them to release more and more songs for the next many years, because we really want them to have more. It's not actually makes the listeners boring because we need to keep listening to the same song over and over again, but I feel like having few amount of songs makes it drive people away sometimes. Plus they are already in the industry for how many years, so at least just give them the songs that they really need as an artists, and not to mention their solos that fans are really been waiting for how many years. That's it for today's video, potatoes. If you're still watching by here, I just wanna say thank you for spending your time with me. I hope I would see you in my next video. Kindly subscribe and visit my channel if you like. Take care always.